We're in the Ross Peak residence in the great room area of the home, which is the main living space of the house. And in this room here, there is several different functionalities that we had to address in designing this house and this space. One of the main elements of this room is this fireplace TV surround, which has several different aspects of functionality as well as different materials that we chose to accomplish that. And we would like to walk you through some of those. This fireplace system required several different functionalities that we had to consider in the design of it. Two of which are these doors. We have a screen door, and we also have a glass door that's concealed behind the surround here. The screen door is a guillotine door system, with glass door is a sliding door system, which is concealed behind the surround. This is good for shutting the fire down in the evening. This is a fire-rated glass. This conceals the fireplace in the evening, so it's safe. We wanted this to be easy to access, but also easy to conceal and put away. There is also a propane fire starter switch for starting the fire, which will be turned off once the fire is started, but is very handy for getting the fire going. So in designing this, one of the design elements, and this is a thread throughout the entire project, is a 1/4-inch detail. And this 1/4-inch detail here is actually steel plate that we used, which you'll notice throughout this whole project, and especially this fireplace surround has been a very useful material. We have used it for a fireplace storage, wood storage area on the side. We also have it working through the mantle in a brass material. We also have used that 1/4-inch detail as a spatial separation for the panels, as well as outlining other features within the fireplace doors. So one of the other challenges of this surround was we wanted to integrate a television in this upper part of the surround. It is a great room, living room. There was no other place to put a TV, so this was going to be the operable place for it. We did not have an understanding of how we were going to do that when we first started designing this, because we have door systems in here that guillotine up behind this surround. We have a fire which generates a lot of heat. So we had to consider all the different aspects of those elements in concealing a TV back behind this panel. There's insulation built into this, venting that's built into this. We had to take into consideration the depth of the TV and the concealment system, which I will show you in a moment, as well as the way the guillotine door extends up behind this. So we came up with a system, which we'll show you here, that raises this panel up, and then the TV will come out and flush out with this front panel here. So it looks built in. We wanted it to look, when it was in use, we wanted it to look like it was purposeful and a part of the surround. And then when it was not being used, it disappeared, and this panel filled in the space and concealed it so that you would never know there's a TV behind here. The functionality of this concealment system is quite easy. It's all working off of the remote from the TV. So when you turn the television on, it will automatically activate the concealment system, which moves the panel back and slides the panel up behind the panel above it and reveal the TV behind. And then you'll notice the TV will move forward and flush out with the panels on either side. In choosing the materials for this fireplace surround, we sort of set the language for the rest of the house. We have a multitude of finishes here, different material choices. You'll notice there's a blackened steel. This is an actual stainless steel with an acid patina. We consider these living finishes because they will change over time slightly. They tend to be iridescent, so they do reflect light from the exterior. They work extremely well with other materials like brass as a contrasting material, which also adds a sense of warmth. These also have some signature finishes and patinas on them, which will also age with time. So we call them living finishes because they do change as they age, and also with different climate changes and as far as and even exterior lighting conditions. Another finish we're very excited about was this etched steel that you'll notice here. around the surround. This is a process that takes several months for us to do. We do it in large sheets in our shop, and it has a very interesting graining to it, almost a stone-looking material. When we did this entire surround is cut from one sheet, and each panel is grain matched into the next. So laser cut and then hand mitered and then re-welded from the back, so it looks very seamless and very sculptural. It does give it a much more kind of earthy feel with the textures and the patterns in it. Each piece is its own style, its own pattern. We consider them more like kind of modern industrial finishes that are very sophisticated in their detail. If you look in closely at some of these patina finishes, you'll see the depth of the finish, and it does vary throughout the finish. You'll see some textural things inside here that happen during the patina process. That's what we love about these finishes, is they're very interactive with the surrounding light, and again, depending on the exposure to that light and different climates within the environment, they're going to change somewhat over time. The guillotine door, I will show you how that functions now. That slides up behind the surround and is operated by this handle here.